Dignity Bag was developed by Lori for her clients in her home care business. Dignity Bag completely covers the urinary catheter and tube, so it's really invisible when it's attached to the wheelchair and people don't notice it.
Lori is my caregiver, and we developed a relationship and we became very close. And she developed a dignity bag for me because when I used to go out in public, I used to explain to her how embarrassed I was and how uncomfortable I was. So she came up with the idea to cover the bag because I was always embarrassed, with the kids asking me, what is that in the bag and all that. It was very embarrassing. And now I feel free. I can go anywhere I want without worrying about people, just looking at it. And I'll tell you, it's not a good scene because everybody, when they look at me, they give me that look like, what is that? And now I don't have to worry about anybody asking me any questions, and I feel normal. I feel like a human being again.
Dignity Bag came into existence really after working with my friend Mike and seeing the discomfort that he had when being out in public, or really just around anybody with his urine exposed in the bag or in the tubing. In years previous to meeting Mike, I've worked in nursing homes and have worked with several patients in a rehab setting that also were required to use catheters, and I always felt uncomfortable for them working with them, toting that whole bag around with their urine exposed in the tubing as well as the bag. And it just was something that I always thought would be nice if it could be hidden. The current products that I've always seen in the nursing home setting, hospitals, or even private sector have been just vinyl type bags that the urinary bag fits into, but nothing to cover the tubing. And so finally, when I got to it, I decided to make something that also covered the tube. It's really a pretty simple product. It comes with 3 pieces, 2 tube covers, as well as the bag itself. The bag itself covers the urinary drainage bag completely. It velcros closed so that it's completely sealed off, and it has 2 simple velcro hanger type devices on it, so you are really free to hang it wherever you would like, whether it be on your wheelchair, or I suppose it could even be hung on a walker as far as that goes. The 2 tube covers slip over the tubing on the urinary drain bag, and the reason for 2 is that when you change the bag system from the indwelling catheter, you want to set that up ahead of time so that you can quickly change it and not leave the indwelling catheter open, and to avoid exposure to bacteria and thereby minimize UTIs. So the other one, you take off the old bag and throw it in the wash so it's ready for the next time.
A year ago, I was laid off from the business I was at, along with 30% of the workforce there, and I took it as an opportunity to really start something new. I always wanted to be a business owner and to bring products to market, and what I saw in the Dignity Bag, which Lori created, was a demand that really could be fulfilled with the talents that Lori and Mike and I have, as well as businesses here in Southeast Michigan that needed extra work. So with all those things really in my favor, I was able to take kind of a bad situation and make something good out of it.
This is probably the best thing, really, to give you confidence to go out and be free without people even notice that you have a bag. And it's a it's really, it gives you a lot of confidence. And if you try it, I mean, eventually you know and you understand when you're in my situation how embarrassing it is to show the tube and the urine in there. It's just like, I think everyone should have one of these bags. Perfect example, you know. I was talking to my friend just a few days ago, and just out of nowhere he said, what a great gift Lori gave me. And I didn't understand what he was talking about. And I said, what do you mean? He said, just the dignity bag. I go out now, I feel so comfortable. I don't have to try to hide it. I don't have to be embarrassed between people. And he was just so thankful and so proud of it. And, you know, it's just amazing. I think everybody should have one and should try it. Especially the disabled, because they know what I'm talking about. How embarrassing it is to walk around with this bag and the urine showing and the tube and the whole thing.
I think dignity bag is necessary simply because I've heard so many times from Mike and from Lori that they would go to a doctor's appointment and doctors and nurses would look at it and say, wow, what is that covering the urinary catheter and tube? They've never seen anything like that. And when they understand what it is, they say, wow, what a great idea. That's really something that should get out there. And with that in mind, I figured, well, now's the right time with my situation to take that product and to really expand it and get it out there to the folks that need it.